This week on Winchester and Drury's Natural Born.
These 7 days are critical for us.
It's just a stud of a deer.
That's not a property we can hunt. We are struggling.
You better do it quick, whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
We had the plan to go in, to take Pisa out, to get that bully out of our neighborhood.
It's Pisa. Grab your gun. Grab your gun. Oh, hurry, because everything's running.
This week on Winchester and Drury's Natural Born, we're headed to Illinois with Kyle Lamore as he tries to wrap his tag on an awesome Illinois whitetail with his Winchester SX3. After that, we'll join Scott Manifold in Iowa as he attempts to round out his late season with a little farm management on a bully buck they named Pisa. It's all about to happen right here, right now on DODtv.
Well, Kyle Lamore and JJ Kleiser definitely have their work cut out for them. They're a couple of school teachers trying to manage their time between the classroom and the tree stand. This season, these two schoolmen have vowed to prove their worth and ace that test so they can graduate through the ranks here at Drury Outdoors.
Well, moving into the 2017 season, Illinois made a major change. They legalized crossbows for the whole season.
Hey, if you can't beat them, join them. We're going to jump on that bandwagon, and we're going to try out the new PSC crossbows this year in hopes that our ranges get extended, because if I only get one chance this entire year, I want to make it count.
Well, the 2017 season, Kyle and I were going to take a little bit of a different approach. We were on some new ground. Reason being is we kind of took ourselves off an old lease because it was too far away. As teachers, we have about this big of a window to hunt, when it counts with whitetails.
So the good of that is we're going to get to hunt a lot. The bad of it is my backyard doesn't have a lot of deer. So we know going into it that our mindset for the 2017 season, it's going to be tough. We've got some quality deer, but quantity-wise, it's a struggle.
October 24th, baby. We are approaching that time when some deer finally get on their feet.
We're probably an hour, maybe 2 hours into this hunt, and I see just a small fraction of an antler moving some CRP. Well, he steps into the timber where we are at, and unfortunately, it's just a 2-year-old. It's a good start, especially, on October 24th, but it's not exactly the deer we were looking for at the time. So fast forward a few days later, it's October 27th. Perfect setup. We're not too far from where we were a few days ago, but we got a great wind and we're sitting on some standing beans. And sure enough, right out of the logging road steps this beautiful deer that we know all too well. We call him Skinny 9, and we have determined that he's a 3-year-old.
It's been a while since I've been around some good deer. That one had me shaking for a minute, but looking at his body, you can tell he's just a 3-year-old.
Well, it's getting towards that Halloween time. We've been out maybe 4 or 5 times, handful of times, haven't had a lot of luck, but that's not that uncommon for this time of year. October is always tough.
Well, the current state of the union is this. It is October the 29th, and if you had to draw up a day on October 29th, this would be it. It is 28 degrees, a really light northwest wind. And so far, we've been in the tree about an hour and a half. We've seen 2 squirrels. Seems like we always struggle in October. And this year, I'm feeling it's going to be the same. We are in the heart of the beast, in the middle of the big oak timber. And it's beautiful, but there are acorns everywhere. And trying to pin these deer down as to where they're going to be, trying to get them to move during daylight, and trying to be the right spot at the right time. That, my friends, is the problem. So we'll give it a couple more hours.
We're sitting in the tree, just starting to break light, and I hear Kleiser saying, "Kyle." I'm thinking, all right, here comes the big boy. Nope, instead, here comes the coyote.
Yep, I got him. He's down. He's down right over there. freaking song dog, baby, song dog. I just was thinking about it. So funny, Glazers and Coyote, because in the past, man, getting drawn with a bow and arrow on a coyote is a difficult task. And I mentally was just thinking, like, boy, if a coyote would come in, how much easier is it going to be with a crossbow? Just the movement is minuscule. We've had too many coyotes on this farm, so one less, baby, one less. Hopefully it saves a fawn.
That dog took off in a hurry. As soon as he got hit, he didn't know what it was, but he knew it wasn't good. And it was just a few more seconds and pow, we could hear him crashing in those dry leaves. Well, October 29th. This isn't exactly what we had in mind for the morning of October 29th when it's 28 degrees, but sometimes you just take what Mother Nature throws at you. The deer activity was absolutely minimal today, but this old boy, he was coming back from last night's hunt, and he got a little bit too close to the tree stand, put the PSE crossbow and the Rage to work. He went 70 yards, cartwheeled over. Hopefully our due diligence today pays off next year come fawning season.
Well, we all know that patience is a virtue. However, it looks like that yodeling yoder tested Kyle's patience and found him on the business end of a Rage broadhead. Now, class is still in session in Illinois as Kyle is attempting to ring the bell on a mature whitetail.
Well, first season has come and first season has gone, and unfortunately, not very memorable. Saw a couple small bucks, saw some does, but nothing of worth. Second season is here. We tried to slip out after school for a couple of these weekday hunts to no avail. Saw a few deer, but nothing of worth. Saturday we got the whole day.
It is December the 2nd, third day, second season Illinois, and it feels like it should be about October the 2nd. It's 62 degrees today. Hopes are not high. I mean, my goal is here, standing beans, for late season like this. And when it's this warm, it's going to be a struggle. But pulled camera cards and the Reconics did have one good deer on here this week. We'll just sit tight and hope one comes to pay us a visit.
It is warm. We're in December and we're like mid-60s, thinking, okay, this probably isn't gonna pan out, but you know what can change it that fast? A doe.
Talk to me, buddy. We just punched a tag, baby. It has been a tough freaking season in Illinois. Any tag has just been punched. Old Chiggy's behind the camera tonight. Kaliser couldn't get out in time. And I think we know that 10-pointer many times. I've got a few pictures of him. He came in and he's behind a doe. It is December the 3rd. That is the best deer I've seen, honest to God, the entire year out of a stand. We've got a couple other good deer on it, but that's the best one that's been in range, baby. And the Winchester SX3 got to go to work. Oh, that was kind of exciting. That was fun. That was fun for once. Yeah.
Oh,
all right.
Man.
Yeah. Well, it is now the best part of every hunt. Recovery, baby. What did we shoot? I mean, we know it's a good deer. I'm anxious to go get my hands on him. We heard him crumple up. He could not take that old partition gold. He was quartering away hard, and the partition gold slammed into those ribs, and I know I heard him fall within 10 or 15 yards. We thought we heard him fall, but he went about 40 yards, 50 yards further than I thought. It's so freaking tricky in here. Doggone right. Finally, we get to put a tag on a deer in Illinois. Woo-hoo.
Well, it took till December the 2nd, baby. Illinois shotgun season. Second season, it is the 3rd day, Saturday night, 62 degrees. It's what it should be on October the 2nd. Didn't have very high hopes. This old guy, though, got a few pictures of him recently. We were hunting standing beans, thinking late in the season like this, that's what they'd be on. Well, all it took was one. took a cute little girl and she was trying to come out to get a drink on the water hole, and this old boy was right behind her. Sometimes that later season, you know, you never know. Finally tonight, the old Winchester SX3 got to bark, hit the partition gold right where it counted. Slug hit him hard, he went about 50 yards, crumpled down. Finally, an Illinois tag has been punched, and that is a great feeling.
This segment is brought to you by Outdoor Edge, makers of the sharpest, strongest replaceable blade knives.
Innovation is in our DNA, bred from a long history of fierce competition and the survival of the fittest. Inheriting the results of nearly 50 years of PSE archery research and development, the Evolve Cam system delivers the smoothest draw cycle ever created without any compromise on speed. PSE Archery's Evolve Cam system. Evolve or get left behind.
We don't stop where the trail ends.
I am Nomad. I am Nomad.
We don't do rain checks.
I am Nomad.
I am Nomad.
We don't do sick days. We don't clock out at 5.
I am Nomad.
And we never say good enough.
I am Nomad.
Together, we are Nomad. We are authentic hunting.
Since 2002, Reconyx has built the most reliable trail cameras available. The tradition continues with our best camera yet, the all-new HyperFire 2. With a quarter-second trigger speed, 150-foot no-glow night vision, and a battery life up to 2 years, all at the lowest price point we've ever offered and backed by an industry-leading 5-year warranty. You get what you pay for. So invest in an American-made trail camera that will perform year after year, guaranteed. Reconyx, see what you've been missing.
Scent Crusher eliminates a wide range of odors, from your simplest to even your more nasty odors. We've all heard people say it ain't rocket science, but with Scent Crusher, it kinda is. Scent Crusher even eliminates odor without washing, so no necesita agua, mi amigo.
Scent Crusher products use ozone technology developed from NASA-based research.
In fact, Scent Crusher eliminates scents so well, they'll never smell you coming. Steve here can testify to that.
Scent Crusher. Scent off, game on.
Winchester and Drury's Natural Barn is brought to you by Scent Crusher, Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's, PSE Archery, Reconyx Game Cameras, Nomad Hunting Apparel, Mossy Oak Brand Camo, Analogics Outdoors, Ram Trucks, and Winchester Ammunition. Get ahead of your game with the all-new DeerCast app, available on iOS and Android. Wow, that Winchester SX3 did its work on that Illinois whitetail. It looks like these two educators and huntsmen have made the grade as Kyle passed with flying colors on a Wiley Coyote using this PSE RDX crossbow and a mature buck with that Winchester shotgun. Now, let's head on over to Iowa to soak in some cold, snowy January weather. But wait, there's more. Keep watching and we'll throw in a couple of seasoned big buck hunters named Tom Ware and Scott Manifold. Scott Manifold has a tag burning a hole in his pocket and a late season food source is calling to him. Let's see if their food source preparation for late season pays off there in Iowa.
Well, it's January 4th. It's my third night in Iowa hunting with Tom Ware. Last couple nights we had some great encounters. I'm talking big bucks, but they've almost made it through the season, so they got the pass. But you never know. Tonight's the third night out. Maybe we'll see something that we want to take out. We're hoping.
This particular hunt is early January, so it's cold temperatures, snow on the ground. We have great access to this blind. We specifically think about how we're going to access every single set we hunt. So we think about how we're going to get there and what the wind direction is going to be like as we access. We always want wind in our face, blowing away from where the deer are bedded. In this situation, we access it from the north on south winds, and we come in and they bed to the south of the food plot and they come out to this green and grain plot and they have no idea we're there.
Well, it's January 4th. It's my third night in Iowa with Tom Ware behind camera. And we're after a buck tonight we call Pisa because his rack leans forward like the Tower of Pisa. And he's a 5-year-old. He's kind of become a bully on some of these food plots. Reconics is showing us, we have pictures of him on this food plot. It's a lot of bulbs, a lot of biologics here. And they're tearing it up with this snow on the ground. So we're pretty optimistic tonight that we may get a look at him. We'll have to see.
Even though this hunt is on January 4th, the beginning of this hunt starts way earlier in the season when we're preparing the food plots and planning the food and getting ready for the season. Well, it's around the 1st of August. We're gonna plant winter bulbs and sugar beets here and last bites. So I love both these products. We prepare for these moments for later in the season, knowing that the food sources are gonna be there. The key to having plenty of food is planting grain in the spring, your soybeans and corn, and planting green late summer, like August, September. And we have plenty of biologic green to go with that grain that we planted in the spring. It's like magic.
That's a buck we call Holyfield. He's got a big chunk out of his ear, and so we nicknamed him Holyfield. But he's a big 9, but hoping for a couple bucks. One we call Pisa. He kind of leans like the Tower of Pisa. And one we call 007. He's just a 7-pointer. That's our plan tonight.
Pisa was a management buck, what we called a management buck, and the reason is he was a bully buck. He was pushing all kinds of other bucks off the field and fighting with them and keeping them away, sometimes off my farm. So we had the plan to go in, to take Pisa out, to get that bully out of our neighborhood. We thought we'd be able to find him, and this was our chance.
Here comes a buck right here. Buddy, that is the one we're after. It's Pisa. I think he just went down. I think he's in that ditch right there. Well, that was a 5-year-old buck we called Pisa. We came in here tonight for him. And God was smiling on us because it happened. He came in and gave us the broadside shot, maybe 75 yards. We had the sun, a little bit of high pressure, and we got it done.
Happy New Year, buddy.
Thank you,
Good
Tom
job.
Ware.
That's awesome.
Well, let's go see what kind of havoc the old traditions wreaked on that buck there. I see him, buddy. It's easy. All right. Let me introduce you to Pisa. We named this buck Pisa because his rack leans forward. This is a 5-year-old buck that's been around. He's got a little bit of dominance in him. Spends a lot of time on another food plot we have. When you target a buck like this and then actually get it to happen, it feels great. once you settle in on a buck, the excitement, the heartbeat, it's all there.
Yeah, my heart was beating.
It's all there. And yeah, Tom, I love your Iowa farm. Thank you so much for having me.
You're
out.
welcome.
It's a great hunt. What a fitting way to end the season. Ankle deep in snow, cold weather, and a big buck.
Next week on Winchester and Drury's Natural Born, it's all about the grandkids. We'll join forces with veteran DOD gamekeeper John Williams as he welcomes his grandkids, Zach Plale and Andrew Dent, to camp.
It happens fast.
Both grandkids will let arrows fly, but only one of these hunters will reach number 8 on the Natural Born Top 10 hit list.
I knew he would come up here.
So who's it gonna be? Find out next week on DODtv.
There's something unique about hunting the mountains. It draws you in and consumes you with every step you take toward the top. It toys with your mind, tests your endurance, pushes you to the very end of your limits. When we designed Mossy Oak Mountain Country, we didn't follow the digital fashion trend. We took the very elements from the mountain to create the best Western camouflage ever made. When you're up there, you're in their world. You better look like it.
Feeling lucky? You could win Mark Drury's bow in the Analogics Golden Ticket Sweepstakes. Look for a ticket in any 10 or 20 pound bag of Annie Supplement Gold. There are 21 prizes. Find the details and enter to win at analogics.com/golden ticket.
Want to harvest a big monster buck? Annie Mineral Blocks give deer crucial bone-building minerals with extreme palatability. And now comes with a $5 rebate. Download the rebate at www.analogics.com.
As people who love the outdoors, we know what we stand for. We stand for fish, wildlife, and conserving the places they call home. We stand for the traditions we inherited and that we must pass on. We stand for great gear, fair prices, expert service, and memorable experiences. At Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's, we stand together for you.
Long live the fearless. And long live the trucks that push you further. Ram, proven to last.